How do you want to do this?
Oh. Like, all at once, this, like, torrent of fire attacks, like, launches forward, like, Gareth's hands, it's all those characters,
One
like,
tiny firebolt
firebolt.
most people don't recognize.
Yeah, and then just, like, from below, like, almost out of the earth comes, like, this rising up and, like, burning through the final bats and just making its way from the bottom up to the top.
It's like the fireball that you see when you pour gasoline on a fire.
Yeah, it's like a grease fire, basically. But the bats are now thoroughly gone in this part of the tunnel. But you see, slightly further down, there are more. So you're not out of the woods yet. Now, Cash.
Real quick before we continue, can I ask for everyone's passive perception for something real quick?
Why?
Just if you notice something about Angela.
I have a 15.
12.
Wait, hang on. How do I calculate my passive perception again? I'm stupid.
It's just
Your
perception plus 10.
It's your perception bonus plus 10.
I thought so. I just thought for someone once told me it was +8, so
No.
yeah, my passive's just 11.
Technically, it
Mine's
is
12.
+8 if you include if you don't include the proficiency. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's 10 plus your skill. Anyway, so they had a 15?
I did.
Alright, does anyone else have a 15 or higher?
No.
A little hard to.
Okay.
Of
Okay,
course, if
does
you're
anyone
fine
have a
with
passive
it.
perception of 15?
If you're okay
So
with it, I
far,
wouldn't
Angela
mind.
has come off as very composed, but during this, you saw a flash of basically just like from her, and she lost composure.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Don't really care, but okay. And
Continuing
my character,
on.
not me. My character.
Cash.
Gotta specify that.
Are we still going? I thought.
Yes,
here.
you are still going. There are more bats at the further side of the tunnel that haven't been in this initial fight because they got low initiative.
Oh. Well, in that case, poison spray.
Okay, so you step forward after all of the fire slows down, and how do you cast your poison spray?
Use one of those weed killer sprayers.
WD-40.
WD-40. Huh?
Or whatever.
WD-40. Or PB Blaster.
WD-40 would be a good way to cast Burning Hands with a lighter for an artificer.
I
You just use
didn't
a
know what WD-40 was
lighter
until last March.
flamethrower.
Yes.
Hold up. You didn't know what WD-40 was until last March.
Yep,
How are you alive?
because that was the first time I actually needed it.
PB
Restoring a bike.
Blaster is very similar.
I don't know what WD-40 is either.
How dare you?
I can't hear you over other people talking over you.
WD-40 is what you drink when you're really sick and there's no cure.
Guys, shut up. What did Cash say? All I saw was him rolling.
We call that bleach here.
No.
I will make out like I suddenly got a bit of a coughing fit, and then kind of do a sneaky hand thing.
Isn't poison spray a D8, not a D12?
It's
Poison spray is a D12.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just has
yeah.
really
Yeah.
short range. Is the
Yeah,
problem.
just look
Okay,
in the book.
that's a really bad roll then. So 11 damage to the far bats.
And guys, poison spray is one of 2 cantrips that can do a D12 of damage. The problem is, poison is resisted by fucking everything.
And it has like a range of like 10 feet or something.
Yeah.
Next up, with a... Oh, no, wait, no, there is no 10. So that means... Oh, Jake with a 9.
Yeah. I see the bats over there, and I'm just like, ha! More! And then I just run over there and start screaming and swinging my warhammer.
Okay, go and roll.
I love this man.
I believe you have... Oh yeah, warhammer, not 2-hand axes.
And...
Are you a fighter?
No, I am a barbarian.
Gotcha. I just remember the first
That's a
class I ever
17
played
for
was a
hit.
fighter.
Hits.
Cool. And then...
Bird.
Wow, perfect! 14 for damage.
Full 14 damage. Nice.
It
It is slightly reduced, but it is still a very good hit.
Oh yeah. Hey everyone. I since I'm missing an eye, AJ was just like, yeah, I'll swing the deal, and then made all my damage rolls deal +2 damage.
It's
Because you can't see?
yeah, he has some issues with perception because of the missing eye.
So how does that
But
do more
it's-
damage?
It was an even trade.
Oh, it was a
It-
trade.
he
Oh, I
didn't
thought it
want
like
to get rid of
directly
his eye.
affected it. I was like,
No.
what?
It was just a trade to
Gotcha.
I don't know.
What if we were talking in real life? It's like, well, he didn't want to get rid of his eye.
But
Well.
instead he
I had
got
him
really
in
good at just
angioma.
hitting things extra hard. No.
So
Okay,
it's
next
like I
up,
don't always
is
hit, but when I
bats,
do,
finally.
it hits hard.
The bats now at like maybe 7 bats left are going to attack the guy that just went into melee with them with a 21 to hit.
Ouch.
How does that not?
You take 4 points of piercing damage as they bite like around your eyes and nose before you can shake them off.
Ooh.
Uh,
Ouch.
And then I believe it is back to top of initiative.
Okay.
Unless anyone hasn't gone.
And I think we've gone.
Yep. Okay, so back to KJ.
Okay, cool. Let me figure this out. What other weapons do I have? Oh yeah, I should probably swing my warhammer at that storm.
So you run and swing your warhammer.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay. Two-handed, I assume.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a D8, right?
If it's two-handed, it's a D10.
Oh.
What
So-
weapon is he?
2D10 plus strength. It's a warhammer.
Wait,
12.
hold on. A warhammer. He's dealing 2d10.
Because he critted.
Oh, wait, it's 2d10.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
17.
Jesus.
These
Yeah,
bats
you
are.
completely destroy the bats. How do you want to do
Giant
this?
fly
One
swatter.
blow, he smacks all of the
Spins
bats.
in circle, catches bats on hammer, smashes against wall.
So, after the poison spray, 2 just chads run in and just crush the rest of the bats with their warhammers.
Yep.
I
Uh,
love
immediately
that
at the end of that, Hovel Lily speaks up from behind you. Sorcerers, all of you. What
And
the fuck just happened there?
I turned pale.
you saw nothing. Got
he
it?
he still thinks we're very friendly though. It hasn't been an hour. So he doesn't give a shit, does he?
Technically, the way you chose to charm him, sorry,
No, it's fine.
he thinks you're friendly, but still would treat this as a very weird occurrence.
Should we kill him?
So
No, can
I-
we just convince him that he saw nothing?
I look very pale and I kind of shrink away.
I think we should
What?
just convince him that he saw nothing.
I know what I saw.
You didn't see anything.
But here's the thing.
I
You
can
don't.
kill him.
If you speak of this day to anyone, we will find you. And
Cool.
bad things will happen.
Question, AJ.
I
Could
could just kill him.
commanding him to forget work? Like
No,
how would
that's a
you rule
modify
that?
memory, not just commanding him to forget.
Yeah.
And, and if
My
you,
Couldn't you rule
Should
that
we
lets him
just
forget,
kill him? We
maybe,
have our
No.
money.
2 seconds
Anna,
or
No.
something?
Anna, chill.
If we have our money, there's
No.
no reason to kill him because we can get more money from him later.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what
but
I'm saying.
magic is kind of important in this world, and if he reports us, there's going to be trouble.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if you speak of this day to anyone, then
And we
you know,
can't guarantee him keeping his mouth shut, so we should just kill him.
I forgot this is the no magic. Ooh.
This is also a money-making opportunity. Dang.
Yeah. AJ, I'm just gonna kill him.
No, I'm gonna protect him. I'm getting in
No,
the way.
hang on.
Assume that we are
Hold on.
voting on if we
Let me talk this out. As Anna, or Gareth raises his.
No, I don't raise anything. I kiss him.
Oh, okay. Well, still, Cecilia is trying to step in the way somehow.
He has to roll a con saving throw. My lips are already on his. You're too late there, lady. Roll a con
19.
saving throw.
Hot.
Never mind. Okay, well, it's just half then.
So now it's just hot and doesn't do
Make
any
a
damage.
persuasion check, I guess,
Sorry,
or
I-
just damage.
If I may.
Either way.
If I may, I see this as me trying to get in the way and Gareth just kind of pushing me to the side.
Let them have their moment.
Okay, hang on. I need to calculate math. Okay,
Vince math like a boss.
half of that. Okay. 6 psychic damage, and his hit point max is reduced by 6 as well.
Whoa.
I don't feel too good.
Wait, so what did you do?
And then I stab
exactly?
him in the stomach.
Oh,
So
Did
that's
you
Okay,
say
what
that, or
roll
did
the
the
hit.
DM say that?
No,
Yes.
that was the character.
yes,
Okay.
both.
Okay.
Good.
That's gonna
Hold up.
be
Anna, what did you
16
do?
to hit.
It's
Hits.
he was
okay.
he's a commoner. He was already dead from psychic damage, but
Oh, he was?
uh,
Well, I still stabbed him, and that's gonna be 4
I'm going
damage.
to
from
I'm
the
gonna
stab.
cast Spare the Dying.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you want to save this guy?
Because
Why
there's
would you
no
do
real
that?
It's still my
killing's
idea.
wrong.
Cecilia, as you God, it's gonna be hard to get out of your old character names and into your new ones. As you cast this, a couple of like white beads appear on your left pointer finger.
Wait,
And
hang on, wait, I have a question. Genuine question.
yeah,
Okay. How much, like, what was this guy's health before everything?
he's a commoner. His max health is 4.
Okay, so
Oh
his
my
max health
God,
is
you
4, and I completely reduced his max health below what it was. He is. I don't see any way he can be saved. He is
Yeah, he is
far
he is
beyond
essentially
dead.
So he like collapses against the tunnel wall, and
So he has way more than 0. It's you
Yeah,
touch a living
he
creature
is
that has 0 hit
very
points.
dead.
It's far below 0.
So
Yes.
You
Spare
cannot
the
spare
Dying
this
just
guy.
makes
His,
it
Why
his
did he-
maximum
why
hit
did-
points
Zero
is
sets to
-2.
zero.
hold up,
It's
why did
equal
he?
to-
why
And I
did-
dealt another 4, so his maximum is -2, and he's at.
he's at negative his
6 health.
maximum health. So
Yeah.
he's dead.
He's very dead.
So, Anna,
Okay, I'm
why
checking
did
for
he-
vital
why
signs
did
and I'm
he
trying.
die after you did that? Like, what is so special about your character that you did that?
He's an
Don't find out.
incubus.
No vital signs, by the way.
Out of character, Gareth is an incubus.
Oh,
No, last session I was an incubus, and he was a very different guy. Gareth and him do not look similar whatsoever. They're just both tall, dark, and handsome. I did that part I did on accident.
I look very sad and solemn. And I just say quietly, you didn't have to do that.
oh, you want to go?
Unfortunately, I didn't get over it.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
Wait,
you-
AJ,
oh.
were you here for the first session?
He was not.
Oh, well, we all had different characters. I was an incubus that session.
Although you're just a pacifist.
More or less.
So now you stand above a recent corpse, as well as many charred bats, smoke filling your nostrils with an acrid stench.
Now I'm curious to see what this guy had on him.
Yeah, could we rate his body, see if he had more money?
I'm gonna.
You-
I'm gonna stand in the way. I'm gonna stand in the way. You can't just loot a body. That's.
And I'm just gonna push Cecilia out of the way.
Yeah, you're getting pushed out of the way.
And to think you tried to guilt trip us, saying you had to care for people. You had a family too, you know. And Angela just keeps
See that,
on
but
walking.
that's all there is to it. Once you're a corpse, that's all you are. A corpse.
Yep. And whatever belongings he has on him, he no longer needs.
Okay, I need everyone to be a bit quiet for this because I'm not sure how well my mic is going to pick it up. But, Cecilia, as you're pushed away, also I'm going to mute the music bot for this real quick because it's loud. As you're pushed away, you hear whistling through the mine. Wait.
Wrong part.
That is all.
We didn't hear anything.
We heard literally
Okay.
nothing.
Let me try it again then.
Nothing.
Hey, AJ, pro tip, turn off noise suppression on Discord before you do it.
Yep.
So, as I'm being tripped away, I hear whistling through the mines.
Oh, you just hear the distant sound of someone playing Sweet Caroline.
That's what you
Okay.
hear if you heard that.
Nope.
So, like,
didn't.
just kind of singing
Caroline.
down.
So it
Oh,
makes me think of
God.
Frozen.
Describe the sound.
AJ, it makes
Oh,
me think of Frozen.
I thought that note sounded a lot like Frozen as well. Because that sounds like, but it's no, it's,
Yeah, I was hearing clock down from Majora's Mask.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I still didn't hear that though.
So am I the
This is-
only one that hears this?
yes.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
have AJ turned up more than everybody else.
Okay, seeing as how nobody's going to listen to me, I can't do anything, I am going to turn towards the direction of this sound, contemplate what exactly I'm going to do, take a deep breath, still myself, and walk towards the sound.
Why?
Um,
AJ,
you're
can you
walking
just
that way.
describe the sound?
Okay. Um,
You like the DSC, right?
it is the DS array. That's what I'm shooting for. Look
It's a
up
what?
the DS
Oh,
array.
okay. Alright.
What?
Okay. Those who choose to loot the body, I believe the first person to reach it. No, it wasn't Anna that reached it first. I forget who reached it first.
Well, since Gareth is the one that's
Yeah.
right next to it, I think that they would have
Gareth.
gotten to
Okay,
it first.
if Gareth reaches it first, you find a pouch with another 15 gold in it. He was sliding back,
Mine.
or he
It's
was
mine.
holding back. Yep, and Gareth just sweeps it right up. And you also find a interesting contraption. It almost looks like a combination lock, except once you test it, two of the three roundels are effectively locked in place. You can't move them. The only working end has a symbol of a coin on it, a skull, a wizard hat, a human, and a pile of books.
I'm sorry, a human?
Coin, skull, wizard hat, human. What?
Can I,
Human and a pile of books.
Oh, you mean like
Okay.
human like a spice?
No, human, like a stick figure.
Oh.
You also, the two that are locked in place depict a sword and shield and a vague depiction of a monster.
About this subject, but I'll keep it anyway.
Wow. Okay then. Well, that's interesting.
And Cecilia, as you continue out, you eventually get back to the tall stairs shaft, and you find you don't know which direction it came from at this point, and it hasn't continued since.
Okay then. I am a bit nervous, and I am going to carefully look around the immediate area. If there's any obvious passageways or hidden passageways, even, that I might be able to find.
Make a perception check.
And that's a 15.
You can't find anything that looks intentionally hidden in this area.
Okay, is there another passage that I can take besides the exit and the way I just came from?
You can go deeper into the mine, but it doesn't seem like that's the way intended by Hobble Lily.
If he was still alive, we could.
So,
ask him.
Hobble was going in the direction I just came from, and there is a third path that goes deeper to the mine.
Yes. Or you could just return to the surface.
I need to be right back for a moment and use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Going deeper into the mine seems
Okay,
like a bad idea because we just got attacked.
My flaw is that I'm a coward, so I really want to push forward, but I want to make it seem more like an effort. So could I make some kind of save to steel myself and keep pushing forward?
Charisma save.
You're making it harder.
I'm making it harder on myself on purpose.
You're a coward. You're not just gonna go deeper into the mine for no reason.
Yeah, I'm investigating.
Especially when you don't know whether that sound actually came from deeper in the mine.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a 12.
You take one shaky step down the stairs, and then the stairs start to crack, and you just immediately step off.
Oh. I really want to see what that is, but it's just like, this is scary. I'm going to prepare Featherfall. And I am going to kind of skirt on the edge of the stairs in a manner that I feel
I'm saying that's how that wisdom save fail was how you decided, no, it's too much, you're not doing that.
Alright. Then I suppose I'll exit the mines and wait for the rest of the party to return.
Unless anyone else is doing anything in the mines. I forgot to mention, there was another thing found on the body of Hobble Lily.
And that is?
A letter sealed in wax.
Alright, I'm opening that.
Yep. The majority of the letter is a waiver? No, ledger. It is listing off prices, and so one half, the left half, is collecting all of the debts he owes, and the other is collecting all of the profits he had recently made. And aside from maybe 2-3 silver of extra, you'd assume that he made 415 gold in the last year. So you've essentially robbed a merchant and killed him in the mines.
That's fine.
Okay. Can you tell me what I missed while I was in the bathroom?
My headset went out for a second, but just to clarify, if he made 415, he's like the 300 he gave out, the 100 in the mine, and then the 15 in his pocket. That was it. That was all he had.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You also see 200 of that came from some buyer he only referred to as Greenskin.
That's creepy.
Can someone tell me what's happening? Because I had to go use the bathroom.
We killed.
They are
they-
looking at the
looking at
ledger
the dead
of
body of the merchant.
the merchant they killed. Yeah.
Where did we find his ledger?
On the merchant we killed.
Oh, on his body? Okay.
But as everyone continues up and out of the mine, Enodia,
Well,
you step out
well,
first, not including Cecilia, and you see a raven take flight from the tree in front of you.
question, who all got to look at the ledger?
However, many people wanted to look at it.
Okay.
Besides me,
who
of
is
course.
who is holding on to it still?
Who is holding on to it?
As if no one else does, I would like to take that.
I am.
Okay. Sounds like KJ is.
Okay.
So, Dark Raven flies off.
And you are now back out in the north. Sorry,
Oh.
in the cold winds, not the north.
So, a Dark Raven just flew off.
Most ravens are dark, and ravens are pretty common, so I'm not going to think too much of it.
Yeah, but the DM.
Yeah. But out of character, I'm like, what? In character, I'm just like, it's a raven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of suspicious of that. But,
Or is there anything that seems particularly off about this raven that would make it seem notable?
Nope, just a raven.
Just a raven. Okay.
I'm going to, well, if the party decides to leave, I'm just going to fall to the rear.
Oh wait, the weird object with the symbols on them. Who did?
It's a big
Do I have that, or
combination
does
look.
someone else take that? Yeah, I'm just trying to remember who has that. Since we need to keep track of our own inventories.
True. I don't want to have that caught in my body.
Yeah, me neither. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, if nobody else is going to take it, if they offer, I guess I'll hold it.
Okay, KJ, what's the name of your character?
Ryan.
KJ?
Okay.
Oh yeah, Ryan.
Ryan.
My friend's named Ryan. He's cool.
Okay,
I also have a friend named
yes,
Ryan.
but I don't think KJ is being silent. I wanted to ask if I can get that, ledger.
Why?
No, now he's here.
Because, I wanted to look at it.
If you wanted to look at it, you already then. What? All who wanted to look at it looked at it.
Yeah, I wanted to, I wish to study it.
She did.
More
For what reason?
closely.
At all.
I have my own reasons.
And they are.
You think he's telling you?
Reasons that you don't need to know.
I'm gonna hold off for now.
So, now that you're out, what is anyone doing?
Well, if and when they decide to leave, I'll fall to the rear.
Just
Yes.
when you say out, do you mean out of the mines, or just out of that area?
With the mines.
I'm going
Yeah,
home.
what are we doing?
Which, to be fair, is in the
Yeah.
village, but yeah. Or rather, the town.
Yes, I probably left like some stuff in like a room back in the town. So let's go there.
I don't see a reason to stay with these people. I'm gonna go buy food, actually.
So wait, like, are we just like, do we have a moment where like we don't really have like a party goal anymore for the moment?
Yeah, basically. But
I was only here to
uh,
get my money back, so.
Garroth is going to get food, so we'll go to that first. As everyone slowly begins to walk down the path, it's another 2 hours back, and at this point, it's getting into the late day, maybe just afternoon. So you're all pretty hungry for lunch. You can use your rations if you want, or you can buy food.
I'm not buying food for me.
Yes. You get
shit.
to
I'll go buy
you get
food.
to the town,
I'm gonna find tamales.
where inside,
Yes,
just
tamales.
just inside a very exasperated-looking Lord's messenger sits.
Oh god.
All the papers missing, but one. He sits drinking a glass of water, a mug of water,
This can't be good.
and clearing his throat again. It looks like he's just been shouting for the last 2 hours, essentially. A lot of the crowd are whispering about the things he said.
Sorry, who is this again?
Can we catch any of the whispers?
You hear the words battle, son, warrior.
That is
That's
confusing.
pretty big.
Battle Sun Warrior.
Battle the Sun Warrior.
Battle of the Sun Warrior.
Guess like a prince like went out in battle or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this guy's son?
AJ, who is it again? Who is this guy?
This guy looks like he's marked with the markings of the Lord's messenger. He has some slightly shiny armor, and mainly the biggest thing is the tabard draped across him with like inscriptions of letters and a nice sort of burgundy red.
Okay.
The Burgundies.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'm gonna go find some Tex-Mex.
I mean, I'm not getting in on his business.
Like the news would be nice to know, but I
because
don't want to
I'm,
ask around.
I'm affiliated with a branch of the church. I'm gonna like go ask why he seems worn out.
I kind of want. Can we just like tap on random people's shoulders and just be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
He,
sure.
So two things are happening simultaneously, but I'll do Chris's first because he asked first. You say you ask him. What specifically do you say?
You're looking a little worse for wear. What's been happening?
Sorry, I've just been shutting my voice out for 2 hours. If you haven't heard already, a battle's coming.
To this town?
No. To, sorry, I need to check the notes again. To Sif's Hillside. The capital.
Ah!
The fiefdom of Warrior has begun a siege on our northern wall. And we have all of our troops lined up. Men, brothers, fathers, they're all lined up there.
I suppose we should go help.
No. Civilians and mercenaries are supposed to get away. The army can handle it, they're in good spirits, and they're well armed. The blacksmiths have been working towards that. They're well trained as well. Just the only problem is the wall has been breached.
Yeah, so
Not
you
a problem.
probably should get help.
I wouldn't take you. Volunteers aren't allowed. I'm sorry.
But-
I
What's
volunteered
stopping
myself.
me from going? What's stopping me from going and helping them anyways?
The
You know,
wall.
they want- But the wall.
Alright, too bad I'm going.
Wait, no, wait, hold on, out of character. If the wall has been breached, there should not be a problem getting past it because there's literally a hole in it.
Yeah.
Okay, essentially, he lays out the scene for you as he has seen. There are two armies, both about 4,000, 5,000 strong on both sides of the wall. You are the defenders, so you are essentially holding the wall. But the gates were breached by trebuchets today, and the gatehouse is now open. So even though the match is very even, a battle looks like it's coming soon. And it
How
may
far
even
away is
be
that from here?
done by the time you get there, as it is about it's about 20 miles away.
And if the wall breaks down, what happens?
If the wall breaks and falls, then a very even fight will happen between the two armies on the far side of the wall. And if that fight is lost, which as of now it's impossible to tell who will win or lose, then a siege will likely begin on the keep, in which sits Lord Gemtail, the lord of this fiefdom.
I'm sorry, Lord what?
Lord Genitalia.
Tainel, for one.
No, it's Lord Genitalia.
Yeah, it's too late, Adrian.
God damn it. Lord Gemtail.
Gemtail.
Again, all I'm hearing is Genitalia.
Yeah.
I don't care about this lord in particular, but that wall can't fall. That can happen.
Yeah.
I take like any attacks that are like directly aimed at the city in this area as like somewhat of a personal offense because I still like want to defend it because I live here.
I live here too.
So yeah, I want to.
To be fair, we all live here.
I don't actually.
Isaac, you and I are just visiting.
I feel like at this moment we're kind of pointing at each other, going like, "Oh, wait, we all live here. I thought you lived before in the market."
No, Angela does not live here.
Okay, never mind. Angela.
Tell that
Enodia,
she's
remind me where your house is.
I'm a
Is your
doctor.
house in this fiefdom?
Mine?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking Enodia.
Let me figure that out.
Because I think if you were here, your house would be like somewhere along the way to the capital, or just somewhere around West Barrington.
I just kind of offer. I'm a medic.
Cool.
I'd say it's probably near like Northern Warrior.
My actual house, like my home where my family is where I grew up, is not in this city, but I'm currently like just for now because I'm moving between cities. I'm currently renting a very small house in like near the edge of the city. And I don't have too many possessions other than what's on me, so it really doesn't have much
Do
interest
you
in me.
guys have a map of like the very specific towns in the area that I missed? Because I only have one of the world as a whole and then the general area that we're in.
I don't think anyone has that.
Okay.
AJ has
People
it.
seem to know. Okay,
Going
maybe-
to see
I
if.
looked at it like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Because I don't recognize names of towns, so I'm starting to get
How about
confused.
this? I'm gonna send a. Okay, I need to. Just real quick. Oh goddamn it! I keep playing stuff in the DD channel.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit fly in my room. I'm not
Just
doing
ping yourself.
So that I can get over to the thing on my computer.
What?
I can't scroll down without a mouse on my laptop.
Then you can just use the trackpad.
I don't have a trackpad.
Alright,
You
you
have
know
a
what?
trackpad on a laptop.
You know what? Just because you pinged yourself.
Okay. Let's see if this map works. You may have to create an account on the website I'm using, and I'll also have to make sure I don't hide any secrets on here.
Ah, yes, incarnate. You're welcome.
Yes.
Oh, Incarnate? I love Incarnate.
Incarnate, we won't need an account to view it. However, you gave us the wrong link.
Give us the
You
edit.
tried to give us a link to the edit page.
Okay. I don't want you to edit it, so.
You want to try and export it as an image, if I
I
remember
said, you said no, I don't want to do that. I said that on Wednesday or Thursday. I mean.
The image wouldn't have been helpful, right? Because I can send you the
No,
map, but that
no, it
doesn't
said
give
save an
the
offline
link.
copy, not export
You
as
export it as an image, and you can send us the image in the Discord.
But the image doesn't contain everything you need.
So do the offline copy thing and then send us the
You could
offline
always.
copy.
There's a way to actually
Okay,
share
offline
it, though.
Huh.
I believe that there is an actual share option, although I think you need to publish it first.
Oh, okay. I'll work on that after this session.
You just send a screenshot of the nearby towns for now.
Well, no, I can't. all of the towns are just like pins, and I have to click on each individual.
Yeah,
one
I know,
to
just
see
the
what's
names
up.
of them so we know what direction everything is.
Okay.
Well, but you
You
can
know what?
restream it.
I can do that. That'll cause some janky shit with the voice channel though, because I'm gonna stream with my computer.
What the fuck is that image?
It's Bernie Sanders, AOC, Elizabeth Warren, and one.
That's beautiful.
The most
All I saw was the
beautiful
Bernie.
image
I didn't catch anything.
Horrifying. Can you delete that now, please? Before I sue
No,
you
I second.
No,
for
ever.
mental
Just don't look at
damages?
it.
it's so
Nope.
good.
Deal with
I
it.
second
Delete it
because
before I
you're-
sue you for mental
Hey,
damages.
No.
hey, Keijo.
Yeah, that's not gonna hold up in court.
Keijo, put that in memes, please.
Alright,
No,
Or cursed memes.
I'm trying to look at your stream. All I see is 2 poop boxes.
Yep, it's still loading.
Loading. By the way,
Loading,
AJ, after the
loading.
campaign or whatever, will you have time to talk? Because I do need to talk to you about my character.
Loading, loading, loading. Loading.
Tell me if the stream actually works.
I tripped over a child.
What if I tried streaming my actual screen instead of just the admin?
Right for a second.
How's this?
Register.
That looks visible.
Like it's so different.
You see this?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
maybe.
So if you can see my cursor, this is where I started, in West Ferryton.
Okay.
20 miles away, just by the border, is Sif's Hillside. Hold on, that's not the keep. What am I thinking of? The clearing is the actual capital. Sif's Hillside is just a keep.
And which one is that one?
But from what you've heard, there is the Lord's Gem is still in there.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought that said MILF Hillside.
Actually,
I'm sure it does.
So, yeah, that's what he had that.
It's just the stream quality.
AJ,
It
which
seemed
one
like
was
it is.
mine? Which one was mine? 3 something?
you were from the Gihan Serfdom, which is up here.
And which city was it?
Duchy of Hops.
This city.
What
real
about
one.
Yes,
Iowa?
okay, I'm just making sure I spelled it right in my character sheet.
So yeah, I'll find a way to show you guys a view link. But this is the world you reside in.
Okay, and then what's the
Yeah.
name of the town that we're in now? Because that's the one I live in.
West
You're
Fair.
currently in West Ferryton,
That's the one.
a very small town.
That is where I'm from, right? Or not from, but that is where I live.
AJ, I assume the demographics have been randomly generated.
Yes, the demographics are lying to you.
Okay.
It's all human halfling and
They're
some.
lying.
Yeah.
Uncle Gabe, Discord server.
I think he accidentally left the call when he tried to stop stream.
Yup.
Yeah, people do that.
It's because the leave call button is also red.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the
No, it's
screen
because I was switching from my computer to my phone.
Why don't you be on your computer?
Because
Yeah.
I can't use my earbuds as well as my computer.
Like, it was so weird when you threw that mic. You sound like you do in
Alright.
person.
Is my computer mic better?
Yes.
Like, this is your voice to me, like, through this mic at this point, but, like, I was like, oh, wow, this gives me flashbacks to seeing you in person through that mic.
Alright.
I'm gonna be honest, it does sound very different on your computer. Your voice is very different. I almost didn't.
I might. No, I can't. Okay, I need to use earbuds because I don't want you guys to make yourselves heard. But also, no matter what earbud I use, they're going to have a different mic. So,
Alright, so continue.
Yeah, like, this mic's fine, it's just different.
I believe people were doing things as well as first was food. So,
Yep. And then I DM'd you something that we could do after.
First was food, and that's where we ran into the guy and found out about this whole thing.
I offer up
Where-
the information that I'm a medic.
Whatever's going on, I need to get involved in this.
I think I actually saw you on the medical tent a week ago, right? You're the apprentice to the guy?
I nod tentatively.
I'm gonna nudge her just a little bit, and I'll say, "Hey, you have connections. Find a way to let us get in there."
I kind of give a slight nod in nervousness.
To buy food? Where do you go? You have a market, a fish area.
Market.
I'm just going to buy a simple meal at the bar.
Is there a tavern nearby?
Funnily enough, for the two of you looking for a tavern, there is not a tavern nearby. Those of you who have lived here for longer than about a year know that. Actually, those of you who have lived here for that long, make a history check to see how much you know about what happened.
I have not been here that long.
Isn't? Oh, I have a -1 to history. Whatever. That's 10 total.
AJ, is it okay to say that Angela is not joining them for lunch? She already ran off to do her own thing.
Sure. As long as you just leave the party and never return.
I don't plan on that, but for the moment, she's going off to do the thing that I DM'd you.
So, Chris, you actually know this the most.
I've only been here for like less than a year.
You've heard stories. Maybe they're exaggerated, but what you heard was the tavern owner was discovered to be a demon, and instead of being captured, he burned down the tavern and fled off into the night. The last anybody saw of him was him flying away.
Yeah, I would definitely know that story then because I keep track of all the taverns in every city.
Do you relay this information?
Yeah, basically what AJ said is I heard about it. I'm not sure how real it is, but I definitely know there's a burned-down tavern.
I turn very pale, and I seem to get more nervous.
In the center of the tavern, or in the center of the market, there sits the remains, long since snowed over, of a burnt-down tavern.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Cool.
At the very edge of the market sits a corner store. Effectively ran from inside of a person's house. Half of the space is dedicated to sleeping, and you can see the beds and the stove and everything. But then a small table stretching from both walls divides the part in half, and then multiple other tables hold fruits, nuts, jars of preserved goods, and stuff like rope and a little bit of meat. There's like a cask or two. This is what you could probably get. And as you go in, a very chipper-looking woman, especially for this weather, says, "Oh, hi, that's me. How can I help you?"
I'm just looking for a meal.
Well, look around. We have fresh baked bread, apples, honey, a bit of it. We even have a peach or two, if I remember correctly. One of them may be rotten, but
I'll take some bread.
Thursday, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
What time of day is this?
Maybe 1 p.m.
All right.
Mm,
Yeah, we just
Cecilia.
walked 2 hours. Okay, I'll get some fruits.
Cecilia.
Cecilia, pleasure to meet you. Oh, you look so skinny. Here. Just everyone who is here, describe what you get, and I'll give you a total for how much it costs.
I just get an apple.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I'm just gonna use the rations I have.
Probably simple soup for me.
I have MRE mac and cheese.
A solid, a good steak, and a beer.
Mead. I forgot to add that. Yeah, I get it. I carry around a.
So I've heard soup and a beer and a meat. Is there anything else I missed?
I'm getting an apple as well.
An apple? Okay.
And Viking asked for a steak.
And beer.
Yep.
2 more beers. All right.
Beers all around.
3 more beers. So 5 beers.
Well, no, one of the
Dick said
initial
his
beers is
wife
only
for
from Viking.
Yeah.
So the beers are spread out. The soup is given. Overall, it costs 2 copper each for the beers. That's 8 copper. Then soup is another 4 copper. So 1 silver, 2 copper, and then the bread is 3, and the apple is 1. So 1 silver, 7 copper is your total.
I'll pay the silver.
How much was this? I guess we can split it.
So everybody else can split 7 copper.
I'm not getting.
The copper is what? 10?
Copper is 10 silver.
Silver is no.
Yeah,
silver
one
is
silver
10
and 1
copper.
copper.
Copper is 10 silver. Fucking no.
10 copper is 2 silver.
10 copper is 1 silver.
Yes.
10 copper is
So-
2 a silver.
Yes. Oh, I heard it's 2 silver.
Yeah.
This currency is EP.
So
EP is
I
like
always
What
wanna
do
say
I never use EP?
What is
No,
it?
it's
Okay, does
electro-
is it actually in between gold and silver, or is it?
yes,
Yes,
and
and
it's
it's
5
odd.
silver.
It's an odd one.
Yeah.
People just don't use it.
It's a bit of a rarer currency. It's kind of
Okay, basically I started with 10 gold pieces, but I want to start with them split up. So what should I split them up into?
It's 10 silver per gold piece and 10 copper per silver piece.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
So who's footing the bill? I heard 1 silver for 1 person.
Yeah.
Essentially, keep track of it yourselves, because I can't keep track of all of your coins and everything. And I believe AJ said he was eating a ration instead.
Yep.
So there is a small picnic table in the corner of this room as well, next to the window, and with a single burning candle on it, just barely flickering in the wind. The soup is served piping hot, fresh from the stove. The bread is hot and a bit sweet and grainy as well, and the stew has a nice, like, well-cooked, tender rabbit. Unfortunately, there's a couple of bits of bone in it, but what do you expect? Not the finest. Well,
Pretty good.
that'll be everything. I thank you for your patronage.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I do pay for it.
How many people come around here? Especially that's my stuff. Mostly, they just take a fish and leave.
I'm going to sit at like the end of the table and I'm going to start nibbling on my bread.
Yeah, what is in this town? We just want to go here.
Probably the merchant.
Okay.
That's probably the only reason some of you are in this town.
Wait, what is probably the reason?
The merchant.
He did steal my money.
Alright, let me know when we can do Angela's thing.
Yep.
Like, I'm not really paying attention because Angela isn't really here, so.
Where is she?
You don't know.
Usually she actually left earlier. Okay.
So
Yeah, she did not join you guys to eat. She's off doing
while
her
you guys are tucking in this little corner store that hasn't even been named yet, it's that small. Angela, a crow flies from a high tree and slowly swoops across the town, staring down at a now very busy town, but also at the same time quite empty, as many of the farmers are out in the fields setting the first seeds of the new harvest. As you walk, you see a dead rat just on the side of the street.
Dinner.
Kind of look away from it a bit.
Served.
But
In my salad.
what would you like to do in this town, Angela?
Okay. You see, I'm not entirely sure because I don't like we haven't exactly worked out how things are going to work. You know, like I told you.
This is easy enough to describe.
Yeah, not out of character. I don't know what that entails.
So you go to essentially a storefront. It's actually in the market. You can see the corner store from here, and you see if you look close enough your allies tucking in. But you go into the store. The bell rings. This is the leatherworking store, Hide and Sheath, I believe. You go into the back of the store with a tip of the hat from the person in charge, and walk into a small room, almost completely encased in stone, where a man in similar Oriental robes sits.
Illuminati.
Relatively skinny, and with a bit of like a classic Chinese beard. Oh. Have you gotten my payments?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
The,
What's this?
How much gold do you give him?
Oh, I give him the full amount.
He takes a single gold off the pile. Take this for yourself. You have earned it.
Thank you.
Especially since I did not see your employer come back.
That was actually one of the other crazy people's work while we were out there. It turns out one of them might be an incubus. Something like it. She knows of them. She's assuming you are one.
I vote that you'd have to do an Arcana check even to.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't know about that, actually.
Yeah, I'm agree.
Well, okay. Well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do about that, AJ?
Retcon it. Never happened. You don't have any suspicions.
Okay, then what do I think the fuck happened to the dude?
I mean, people were casting fire and shit, and she kissed him and then stabbed him, and he died. He kissed him and then stabbed him and died. Yeah.
So for all you know, he's just a pervert who stabbed a man in the stomach.
Yeah.
Worst things to be.
That's how you kill him. Or kiss him. Not the other way around. But anyway, they kissed him and then stabbed him.
Okay. Almost reminds me of the old co-workers. Interesting. Well, I will turn soon. And if you need me, or if I need you, a letter will be seen on your doorstep.
She just nods silently.
Till then, enjoy yourself. But not too much.
That's
It does
Yeah,
have
if I-
business in 5.
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
It does have business in 5.
Alright. Yeah, she goes ahead and leaves. And where has she been staying in like her time in this town or whatever? Because she's obviously a foreigner. Like, has she just been staying at the inn?
There's no inn. There isn't actually anywhere to sleep really. You'd probably be camping either outside of house or in a board house or hostel, as the I was about to say. In fact, if none of you have houses in town, you're probably all sleeping in the same board house or hostel because of how few people there are in this town.
I'm probably camping outside.
She would find something like that filthy. She'd rather just camp outside with nature.
So yeah, many of you are just camping in decent spots outside.
I'm probably in the board house.
Can I do my thing real quick?
Yes.
I go to the market and I'm trying to buy it like a week's worth of groceries, being a week in this game.
So I would basically include that as fresh rations, which would be a bit extra.
Okay. How much?
1.5 gold's worth per day. Wait, no, sorry. I need to check the actual cost for rations because I don't think it's 1 gold.
This is a 10-day week.
Yeah. 10-day week, by the way. Yeah. So. Where is it?
Yeah, maybe I should just take go there now.
Okay. Your meals per day. What level? Small, poor, modest, comfortable, wealthy, or aristocratic?
Modest.
Modest. That'll be 3 silver pieces per day.
Okay, thank God.
So
Okay, so
10 days would be 30 silver pieces, so 3 gold.
I'm gonna just do that as 3 gold.
And you buy a week's worth of groceries.
Yep, and And then I'm going to fly. I'm gonna go home, hand them off, say hello. Trying to be big.
You're greeted with a kiss, and
I don't know.
you give them their rations, and you return to the party.
Gotta go.
By the way, something important I actually forgot to also mention to you guys. Shuna, or sorry, not Shuna, that's another character. Angela is actually wearing like instead of like a backpack, it's like a wooden chest on her back. It's not a very big one, but it's roughly the size of a backpack.
Are you doing like a Demon Slayer thing here?
That's what I was
Do you
thinking.
have, do you have your, do you have your
Yeah.
sister in there?
Absolutely not what I'm doing. I'm just playing with the starting equipment that I got, and it literally says chest instead of backpack. So I'm just playing along with it.
It's kind of funny.
Oh, also I forgot to mention that's 100
100
XP
eggs?
for fighting those bots, for bats.
XP each or XP total?
XP total.
Hold on, wait. It's 100 XP. Oh, so everyone got 100 XP?
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Everyone gets 100?
No, I said 100 total.
That was unclear.
Why did I clarify?
12 for 4 people and 13 for 4 other people. Or if you're splitting, not including the people who've already leveled, it's 100 divided by 6.
I like 100 divided by 6.
Let's divide it among the people who haven't leveled up yet.
I have 0 XP.
They leveled up yet when there's the first session.
I don't know. Were you at the first session?
Yeah. And apparently Aldo's already like level 2. I assume.
The people who survived the first session are level 2 now.
Oh.
But they're basically, that's to make sure the party doesn't TPK on the very first fight. Actual fight, not including the bats.
I was gonna TPK in the bats.
Why would you be worried about us TPKing in the first fight? And why are you doing that? Like you fully planned for no one to survive the first session.
It's a precaution.
Precautions
So
are
does
good.
that mean that Anna and Alda get that, or am I included in that too?
No, you did not survive the first session.
Okay, so how much XP does everyone get? Because we're splitting it among the people who didn't level up. So that's 6 people.
That's 100 divided by 6 then, so 16, apparently.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, 16. So, only 17.
Dang it! I want to level up now.
No, 16 XP.
Yeah. But yeah, if we're just sort of vibing for a moment, I kind of just want to like ask you guys like for just feedback on like my character so far because I've honestly just been winging it. I went into this with no plans, well, almost no plans on how I was going to play her.
Wait, so hold up. How much XP?
16
Let's just
and
16.
4.7. Okay, 16 each.
Okay.
Yeah. So feedback just on my character, on how I'm playing my character so far. I want to know if I'm doing good.
Seems
Okay,
like
yeah.
so far.
You've clearly got some shit going on, but we don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, this is like my first time doing like secret shit with a character, so it's kind of fun.
Don't be loose-lipped and give it all away instantly, though.
Yeah,
Or do- or do this.
Dallin,
No,
Angela.
give it all away. Give it all away. Come on.
Going on, so it's obvious that there's something going on, so I can at least mention that. But I'm not gonna blow the lid off.
You could though.
Do it.
As
No.
you guys start to finish up with what you're doing, it slowly creeps into getting darker, and eventually you're at about 5 p.m. After all of this relaxation and anything else you're doing in the town.
Do we just run back into each other?
The town is very small. You can easily run back into each other and start up conversations with basically anyone.
I feel like they're gonna want to avoid me, and I don't really mind that.
Sounds correct.
Angela would pretty
Honestly,
much
I'm probably still home.
yeah. Angela would just be on the outskirts of town, like a little camp with like a fire, cooking.
I'm just
She would
vibing
just
this
have
town
to
for
do
reasons that not even I know.
That'll take a while.
Speaking of that, let me give you the non-fancy version of your notes, Alda. Nope, this is very much not abridged. It's just not in fancy handwriting. I am not even sure if this is gonna send. But how about that worked? Okay. I'm gonna PM this to you because I don't want this to go wrong.
This already feels like everyone's hiding something.
Almost like I designed it that way.
That makes sense.
Oh, character
Well-
arcs? Question mark.
Yes, character arcs are things that exist.
Gamer.
Alda, can you message me? I can't get to your freaking message or PMs without a ping from them. Oh wait, never mind. I can just mark unread one of your messages.
Or you could literally just right click on his name, and all that and message.
That too, but I've also gotten out of the normal thing too. I hate this computer sometimes. No, I don't want you, nerd. Get out of here.
Wow, get fucked.
Okay. Okay, let's see if this sends correctly. That's the wrong link. All right. I'm just going to delete everything from here and just only give you the box. And that's what I'm referring to it. That's what I'm referring to it with, is the box. Okay, problem solved. Jesus Christ, this is janky. You don't even know yet. There we go. These are the notes you see. That is the only thing you see next to a drawing of yourself in the fetal position as a medical diagram.
Wait, are we still in the session?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm confused because it feels like it's like a pause session right now, so I'm trying to.
No, I think we still have some time.
Sense? Where? Where?
Perhaps you could ask somebody else to help.
Ah.
Yeah, it's nighttime. I'm going to sleep at home.
Yeah. And Shuno pretty much just spends the night vibing in a tree.
Not Shuno, Angela.
Fuck, why do I keep naming a different character?
Because you're adorable.
So
What? Shuno's a character from a completely different campaign.
you switch instead to almost the very front of the notes and reread experiment XV. It says, this one grew a tail instead of arms, and the jaw was fused with the upper teeth, unable to breathe or move in a substantial way. Perished 1 month before the process was supposed to begin. It doesn't look like it. There is no encryptions or keys or anything here. It's just a page of notes with a small medical diagram of what the jaw looked like. You move on to experiment XXIII. And this one says,
and eyes.
knees fused together, and just mermaid scale crossed out. It shows a diagram of a very grotesque looking deformed body. Nothing even looks human. The waist is pinched all the way to the spine and no organs reside inside of it. And it says, deceased, once the process began, could not hold its own weight, snapped in half. Do one last look over the party then, as night slowly begins to fall. Is anyone else doing anything before rest comes to you?
I'm just
No.
home.
Alright. So, you all sleep in different places. Cash, where are you sleeping?
Well, I don't know for sure, but seeing as how I'm a rich noble, I'd imagine I'd probably have some sort of summer home or something here.
It's unlikely, but perhaps.
A cabin in the woods, perhaps.
Yeah, you might have a small cabin. You...
A hunting lodge.
Yep. While you are beginning to rest, and you're at the state where you're not sure if you're awake or asleep, your eyes are slowly drifting open and closed, looking against the tinted window panes in which cold night air blows outside. And you have the feeling where like you feel like you're falling for half a second and you jolt awake slightly. And when your eyes open, you freeze. Something is standing in the window. A face of shadow peeks its way, just barely touching the light. And you blink, and it's gone.
Hello.
That is very spooky.
Anyone there?
Good luck surviving the night.
I will light a candle or something and grab my sword and kind of just check all around.
You open
Kinda
the
just-
front door, check outside. The candle is buffeted by the wind, but it holds its flame. And you look around. Nothing.
I'll walk back in and put a chair up against the door. And then I'll, I guess, return to my bed. Not really sleeping anymore.
You have a less restful night as everyone else drifts off into sleep. And Enodia,
That's
while
me.
you sleep, you start to dream. And you know it's a dream because you're with your husband. You sit in the forest clearing, blue lilies and foxglove surrounding you, a warm, gentle breeze blowing through. Sometime in the later summer months, so probably over a year and a half ago at most. And your husband, he tries to speak, but it's almost like he can't get any air into his lungs.
What are you trying to tell me? Should I try like CPR or something? It's like chest compressions, almost.
You try and give him chest compressions, but it feels like you're just pushing air out of him. And eventually you push so hard that he starts to sink into the mud, and you keep pushing and pushing, and then you find yourself touching the roots of a tree instead of his chest.
I guess my gaze like reaches up the tree and tries to like look up into the branches.
In the branches, each one sitting on a high limb, you see three figures. One in very shiny armor, face impossible to see, but with blonde, jaw-length hair. The other, similar in style to you, grass stains, but a puff of green smoke crawls from their lips. And thirdly, a heavy shape, female though, bald, covered in furs, and with sort of fur Caucasians.
Furry.
Shut up.
True
A
that.
leopard print sort of skirt draping down and touching the very closest to you. You hear a faint laugh from above, and then the dream shifts. And all you see is distant, blurry fire.
Let's try getting a little closer.
Step a little bit closer, and you find yourself sinking into a lake, bog almost. Even not moving, you're slowly sinking in. And when you're about neck height, you recognize almost the taste of the water. And then it sinks into your nose above your eyes, and you fall beneath the water. And then your
Oh.
dream shifts to something less plot relevant.
Oh, so we're just gonna. Okay, that was a lot.
Viking,
What? Oh, like
Hello.
where are you sleeping?
Beneath the tree that that Angela is sleeping on top of, but I don't even know that Angela's there.
You have a dream where it's one of those fake waking up dreams where you
Oh God.
think that you're waking up to the cold morning air and the sun piercing through the sky. But when you awake, you notice everything the sun touches, every ray of light landing on the tree above you, turns what it hits to gold.
Huh. I start. I just look at all the gold around me and start trying to grab it.
Some of the pieces, like the grass, are easy to just pick up and keep with you. And that's essentially how your dream continues for quite a long while. You're just picking up gold that you find and putting it in your pocket. But by the end of it, after you've covered the entire forest with your grubby little hands and picked up every single piece of gold you could find, you check your pockets, and they're empty. And that's where we will end the session.